Hey guys, my name is Deetra Payne, and I'm an actor as well as acting teacher. Um, the thing that I'm doing at this point is really trying to get my weight back. Let me tell you just a little bit about me. Let me document that today is April the 26th, 2015. This is my first video vlog of my weight loss journey, and I'm doing it so I can stay accountable, to be honest. If this helps other people, that's great. I know that some other videos have helped me. I've actually met a really great friend who's actually coaching me through watching her videos, Ms. Nadine Belazar, and I love you. She's the bomb. And through her met Kelvin Delmar and some more people. It's been amazing. Um, and yeah, so there'll be a lot of ums in this, so get ready, and I apologize because it's my first video blog and I'm trying to get used to doing the whole thing. Um, so I am 47 years old. Yes, I have to tell my age. I weigh now. I weighed myself yesterday and I took pictures, and I weigh about 180, 85 pounds. We're not sure because the scale is off by 10 pounds, or 8 to 10 is what they said. What happened was I started on this weight loss journey a few months ago with Nadine and Kelvin and some other people. But let me go back. I actually started off on this weight loss journey years prior to that. I've always had an up and down kind of weight. I don't like it. My lowest has been like 125, 130. If I'm there and at that weight, I'm okay. I feel best. I'm in a decent size. I have clothes that fit well. I look well. It's everything is well, and comfortable. But I gained a lot of weight at one point. I can tell you that in 2009, I started putting on weight. 2000, because I was living in Los Angeles and trying to pursue acting, but working at a restaurant. And, I'll tell you what, restaurant employees, just so you know, things that they do is they eat and they drink after work. And that's kind of the hit. That's what you do. So I had, prior to that, lost a bunch of weight, 45 pounds when I lived in New York, which was fantastic. I walked everywhere. I didn't eat carbs. I didn't drink alcohol. And I was just concentrating because I was in graduate school, and I was just concentrating on just getting through school and working, and walking everywhere, which I love, that's the best part about New York. So, cut to me moving back to Los Angeles in 2008, and then, still kind of maintaining, but not. And then by 2009, I started putting on weight. And then the end of 2009, my mother passed away, and she had lost a long, long battle with multiple sclerosis, and she's an angel looking over me. I know this, and she's led my life, and I love you, mommy. Um, and I think I just didn't even realize sometimes when you lose your parents that you go into a weird depression and you don't even realize it. Sometimes you just don't realize it. It just happens. And I guess I fell into a depression. So I was drinking a bit more than I should, and all that kind of stuff. Eating just whatever, and gain. Well, in 2010, I decided to move home with my father because he was living in Mississippi. That's where my parents were living at the time. We're not from Mississippi, but they were living there because they were professors, and they retired out there. And I didn't want my dad to be by himself in Mississippi, and I was very much tired of Los Angeles. I put my time in. I was like, well, I'm not doing exactly what I really want to be doing, which would be working as an actor full time and being successful at it. So what am I doing? And I just need a break. I need out of here. I need family. And having lost my mom just couple months prior was just, whatever. And my sister lives in Memphis, Tennessee. So I was like, well, everybody's back that way. So I need to go home. So they came and got me. And in my time living in Memphis, Oxford, Mississippi, I put on a bunch of weight. I got up to 200 pounds. I was dating a guy who was there. Mississippi is, just so you know, the record says, the factual stuff says that Mississippi is the most obese place on the planet because the United States is the most obese country, and within the United States, Mississippi is the most obese state. So, thus, the most obese place on earth is Mississippi. And here I was living in that. And I did very quickly discover why this and it's the food, the fried food, the alcohol that you consume. It's just nonstop. And that's what people do. It's just a pastime. And for somebody like me who grew up in Los Angeles and around Hollywood and around the business and who has always been healthy. My mother was healthy. My aunts ate healthy. I have an aunt that is like she's my mother's one of her older sisters, and my mother followed her lead of eating salads and um, having fresh food and cooking every meal and all that kind of stuff. My grandmother led that fight first, and my aunties took on, and my mom took on that, and my mom followed her sister and finding new things and blah blah blah. So it was just that my whole life had always been that. So to come to some place where you're just like consuming whatever. I mean, they have fried pickles. I've never eaten one, but the fact that you have fried pickles, or that you have pickles dunked in Kool-Aid, like who does that? Kool-Aid and pickles at a gas station on the counter. I mean, who does that? And then because it's so hot, you drink because you're just like, I would have a good time, but then you're drinking, and it's just, and as great as people were, and as wonderful as people are, I love them. I can't keep up with that. And I'm talking about everybody drinks and eats. It's a national pastime in the state of Mississippi. And there are many Mississippians who don't like me saying it, but the reality is, it's the truth, and you know it. And it's not the best thing. So I had to get myself together, going through depressions and frustrations and you know, not being sure of myself and out of work at the same time. Because let me add that in there. I was out of work and then finally started working at the university teaching. Was so blessed with that opportunity, but I was still gaining weight and I wasn't doing what I should have been doing. And by the way, I you're gonna see this. I have to throw all these disclaimers and things in. Being 46 and being where I am now, I am going also through perimenopause. That's something that I'll talk about in my video vlogs too, because I don't know how many women are going through that, but I'm going through it, and I'm young to be going through it. But I've never had any children or anything, so I don't. This is all new. And my mom, since she's passed away, there's no one for me to go to directly connected to say, hey, what was your process and how did you get through this? So with this vlog, I will also talk about the different remedies that I'm trying to help with the hot flashes that I constantly get. Um, so that's something. I do ask some of my aunties, and I have an aunt that I'm staying with right now. Um, I live in Dallas, Texas right now, and I'm staying with aunt and uncle. And my aunt she's been fantastic. She's been helping me out with trying to find remedies to cool hot flashes. Because that's really the only thing I have is the hot flashes. I may be having a harder time losing weight, I think, but the hot flashes really are like crazy. Prepare your hot. Anyway, so me being in Mississippi, weight gain, dating someone who has no clue about eating healthy because he thinks eating, chitlins is a normal thing and it's okay. Or, salad to him is vegetables. Well, it has tomatoes on it, and there's tomatoes and the lettuce. That's literally what this man used to say to me. We're very, very close friends, but we're not a couple anymore. But so he was no help to Him and his family, absolutely no help when they tell us about losing weight. None, except for the fact that they would say stuff like, "Ooh, girl, you don't put on some weight. Look at you getting thick," which is like, "Oh my God, Lord, thank you, really." Okay. Anyway, so getting through all that, and finally working, and then saying, "Okay, I gotta get myself together," because I still love acting. I still want to be an actor, and I mean, it's my thing. I've got to get myself together. I got to get myself mentally together and spiritually together and physically together. And so I started heading on this journey. I started reaching out to people. I got on Facebook. I didn't have a Facebook account. I got on Facebook and started locking it down. I started meeting amazing people on Facebook that I just cherish, who have become really great friends. Like I mentioned, Nadine, who I just love her. And honestly, we've never seen each other in person. As of right now, we have not seen each other in person. And some of my other Facebook buddies who are fitness people or raw vegans that I've met, I've never seen these people in person, but we chat through Facebook, and they've been so much of a help. And if there's one thing that's good about Facebook, it is that there are great people on Facebook that you can connect with. And I think like mine starts to connect and put you together with these people, because I don't know that I would have ever met these people outside of Facebook and on the street or anywhere else. And I'm kind of a loner to a certain extent. I love performing and I love being an actor, but I'm not I'm not as easily able to make really close friends with people. It's just there's a shyness about me, but I'm also very direct, which can put people off. I'm just telling you guys all my business, because we just get out there from the beginning, because it's easier to try to explain who I am. And I had to learn, and I am learning to not share uh, everything I think. So I probably do a lot of stuff here regarding the workouts and what I'm doing and losing weight and all that kind of stuff. Um, so anyway, I've met these amazing people on Facebook as a result, and I start connecting, and I start saying, what is going on? And then I have really, really close friends who are spiritually, we are just like, oof, oof, we're all in the same spot, so we're kind of growing. I have these amazing friends that have really been helping me in that regard. So I started developing my spiritual side, which I love, and I'm still growing, and I have a long way to go. Let me tell you, I love Michael Beckwith. He is the bomb. Agape is church in Los Angeles is the bomb, and if I ever move back, that will be the church I'm going to. Um, and I have The Secret. I started watching that again and listening to it again, and I got the book again and started reading it, and it really, really, really has begun to ground me and make me more aware of what I'm trying to do and who I am and where I'm going and what I want and how to get it. It's so amazing. It's such a gift to understand that what you put out is what you receive. And if you constantly wake up with positivity in your head, if you wake up and say thank you to every day, when you put your feet on the ground, when you wake up and you dictate how your day is going to go, when you say, my day, everyone's going to smile at me today, or everyone's going to talk to me and say hi to me today, or everyone is going to be nice to me today, guarantee that's what's going to happen. If you believe it, it will happen. It's like you can achieve it. I believe it, you can achieve it. Manifest your destiny. I finally figured out exactly what that meant. Manifest your destiny. Manifest destiny. I could not believe it. I felt so slow to discover what the heck that means. And now I know. And if anything, you'll see on this blog, I'm going to pass that kind of information on as well. Because you can manifest your destiny. I see it in small increments of things that I do and say and experience. So, again, I've met these amazing people who started opening these doors for me of reality that I'm like, whoa, this is what can happen. So, because of that, I said, I want to lose, I got to get this weight off. And I have lost. When I was in Mississippi, when I first got there for the first, because I lived there for 5 years, I got up to 500 pounds. I mean, not 500 pounds. Oof, Lord, no. 200 pounds. I'm 5'3", and I was 200 pounds. For me, that's heavy. My back hurt. It's stomach weight. It was just like, what is really going on? I just stretched out. It was crazy. So I started working on to lose it, and I've lost a little bit here, a little bit here, and then I'll gain some back, a little bit here, a little bit here, then gain it back, kind of thing. Well, Nadine and the team at Resurrect Fitness with Kelvin Delmar had a group fitness thing that they put together so we could connect through a group meet. So all these people were in different states, or some of them were with Kelvin and Nadine in the state that they live in, but we could all connect together and talk together. And it was all these women. Well, something else I have to work on is having friendships with women. I love women. I think we're amazing and beautiful creatures, and that we are Earth. We are it. We are the creators. And I just don't know. Sometimes I don't relate to certain mentalities that some women have, and I don't understand that. I want more female friends. I can even tell you, I love that we learn to take care of ourselves. But it's like finding like-minded people. Like I shared this with Nadine, and she was like, "Yeah, I got it." So when I was with the girls in the group, there were some I felt, "Oh yeah, this is cool," but I also felt on the outside like it was like a clique, and I feel like there's a pairing up that happens that women tend to do, and they do these cliques, they create these cliques, and I don't do cliques. I don't like cliques. I'm not part of cliques. I don't associate with cliques. That's just not me. I'm inclusive. I'm all inclusive. I don't care what your race, nationality, sexuality, religion is. I don't exclude. I include. That's just always who I've been. And if you feel excluded because you're not at the dance or you're not at the dinner or you're not there, it feels very uncomfortable. And though I probably lost some weight with the group, um, Nadine was like, "Tell your truth, tell your truth." I was like, "I am sharing. I don't want to say anything because I'm also on the spiritual journey of trying to remain positive and say positive things and encouraging things. And I don't know how much it's helping, but I don't want to say anything that upset." And it was it was crazy. Let me just say that much. But then I broke off and kind of did stuff on my own, and I was starting to see success with Nadine being my lead coach, my lead. Because Kevin had to take care of how many other people. He couldn't just do me. He couldn't. There's just no way. By the way, they were doing this all for free. So that alone, because I'm financially been challenged. I'm just trying to get back on my feet. Tell you that part. Okay. So I started working with them, and by then I had moved to Dallas. So I'm between Dallas and Mississippi with family, and I'm still trying to get on my feet back together. And with Nadine being supportive of me, taking pictures of me every single week, taking my measurements every week, and sending them to her so she can do side by sides because I haven't figured out the computer well enough to do side by sides of my pictures and whatnot. You guys should know this. I'm not very good with this kind of stuff. I won't honestly say that. And by the way, I'm probably going to be looking crazy off because I don't look at the camera right. So get ready. Again, first vlog. Forgive me. So I'll get it down eventually. And you would think, being an actor who's been on film and television and stage, you all have ease of this and who understands cameras and all, who teaches acting for the camera. I mean, yeah. Anyway, I think it's just the whole your computer situation. Anyway, and I have no makeup or anything on, so if I don't look as glamorous, then this is raw me. This is me in workout gear, on purpose, so that I could, because I'm gonna go work out in a little while, and I want to be comfortable. But this is me. This is me. I mean, this is me. Okay, everything. This is me. The skin, which is another thing we'll talk about. You'll see on my skin I have marks, and that's partly because, not partly, because of me picking hair, ladies who are going through perimenopause, hair out of my face, under my chin. I have hair that doesn't necessarily grow here, but grows on the sides, it grows on my neck, and it's the craziest thing, little strands. So that's me picking them, and it's really bad. So I'm working really hard to get rid of that. And people who can talk about it, we talk about it. Let's be honest, just be truthful. I say. Um, so I'm trying to. There's a lot to deal with, but like I said, I lost a little bit and then I gained. And then recently I was on the road down, and I was feeling good. I was like, yes, I'm like feeling good. My clothes are changing. I put some pants on, stuff that I had not been able to wear in years, and it was like, oh, this is great. I'm going down. I was down like 175 pounds, whatnot. And I said, okay, I'm gonna make my goal. I'm gonna make my goal. Cut to, I go to Los Angeles to work for a friend on his plays. He had musical theater stuff that he was doing, and I go to Los Angeles to work on that stuff. And it was a great experience because I learned something. So anytime I learn something and I gain some information, that's always great. But it was a rough experience, and it was eye-opening, and it was a lot. Let's just say that it was a lot, and nonstop, and bad food choices on my part. Being in LA again, eating stuff that I've been dreaming to eat because I missed the food or whatever. Not having the time to cook for myself because it was get up in the morning, go do theater stuff all day, all day, all day, all day, get home by 11 o'clock at night. Then you're like, what? So when you're out, it was just like order this, get this, whatever, fast food, whatever. Somebody buy food. It was all that bad. I didn't have the time to go, let me do a meal prep and set up my food and then bring it with me every single time. I did a couple times get up and eat, cook myself some breakfast, and I got one point I was making breakfast when we were in San Luis Obispo, and I remember we were staying at his friend's house, which there was a lot of uncomfortability for me in the whole process. Just where I was staying, who I was staying with, it wasn't 100% comfortable, you know. So when you're unease, um, when you're uneasy, you tense up, and that's what I was doing. I felt a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, because I wasn't feeling completely comfortable in the environment that I was in. Um, it's just it is what it is, and you live and learn, and you move forward. Um, so I remember I was making spinach and eggs and tuna, something that I go to and I have eaten before, and I just kind of saute it all together. And I asked them, my friend and his friend, if they wanted some, and they were just like, tuna at this time of morning? Ooh, I know, it's too early for tuna. And I remember feeling like, why do I feel bad about them saying something like that that's ignorant, number one, and who cares what they think? So I remember feeling like that and then going through all those emotions and saying, okay, more for me and whatever. But it was so odd. And sometimes, that's what Nadine was telling me and has told me. Your friends and people are not going to always notice the things that you do and that you're changing, and they're going to ridicule you for it, or they're going to have a different attitude about what you're doing, and they're not going to understand it, and they're going to be negative or whatever. You have to be strong enough to push through that, to look through that, to move through that, and not let that affect you in any way, shape, or form. That's the hardest part, is not letting other people's thoughts or feelings affect your thoughts and feelings. So that's when we go back to the secret. And remember, I'm manifesting my destiny, and I'm going to remain positive no matter what is thrown at me. I'm going to figure out a way to work through it. That doesn't mean that you're like some kind of robot and you don't have feelings. You do, but it means that you also know, I can get through this. This isn't going to touch me and drag my whole day down and make me just miserable for the whole day. Because there used to be a time when that little bit would have made me feel very uncomfortable for the whole day. Other things made me uncomfortable, and that crew throughout the day. But I still kept going. You know, this is a time, it's a learning experience, and I should be grateful, and I'm moving through it. I'm just time, learning experience, I'm grateful, and I'm moving through it. What they're doing is not mine. It's their world, and I'm just trying to be supportive and do what I do in the best I possibly can. And that's it. So anyway, this vlog is very long, so let me cut to the end of it because it's already 25 minutes. Not long forever. I am in my back home. I am back in my aunt and uncle's house in Dallas, Texas, and I'm working, like I said, working my butt off to get to my own place and get myself back on my feet. I had put on about, I think, 10 pounds in that little 2 weeks. Probably like, maybe not 10 pounds. But I definitely put on at least 5. I say 10 because I'm like, just so you know that I exaggerate on everything. But I definitely put on weight and I didn't feel comfortable. Everything has gotten bigger on me. My boobs got bigger again. My face has gotten thicker again. My stomach, let me show you. Let's see. My stomach is bigger again. Booty. All this right here was going down. All this sticking out like this was not as much as it is now. It was going down. It was going down. This is me. This is me. All that. It's a lot. And it's a lot to carry. And then you gotta sway back and do this instead of sitting in your body and letting your legs. Because then these stick out, you think, but it's better for you to be this way, right? So I'm looking to get rid of all this guy. All this. I'm trying to get rid of all of this. Make it go down. The layers, all of that. This is what I'm trying to get rid of. Okay. So, we're working. And I have a lot of work to do. And it will happen. And I'll be back to normal, or what I want to be. My goal is to get down to 125, 130 pounds and stay there for the rest of my life because that's the most comfortable that I am when I'm there. I have clothes in my closet down in Mississippi that I can totally fit. Some with tags on that are perfect in my size. They're beautiful. That I used to fit. I mean, I tried them on before I purchased them. And they have tags on them. And they've been sitting there because I was like, I want to get down smaller. I want to get this or whatever. I'm trying to get back down to a size 8. And preferably size 6. Be awesome. But definitely an 8 and nothing above an 8. At this point, I'm a 14 and I don't like it. And I have been, the biggest size I was a 16. So I've dropped. But I have a lot more to go. This vlog is going to help me get there because it's going to keep me dedicated. So what I'm going to try to do is once a week check in and talk to you, the vlog, and see where I am. I didn't take my measurements, but I mean, you saw it, so I saw the video. I've changed my eating already. As soon as I got home, I did a detox, I did a colon cleanse, and I changed my eating. And now, right now, because I have hot flashes, there's a remedy that was in a health book that was for taking a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, put it in ice water, and drink that. So I've been doing that. But I also understand that apple cider vinegar helps with weight loss too. It helps with, keeping the colon cleanse and kind of thinning out some of that stuff. So that would be an extra side thing. Really, I'm looking for that to help me with the daggum hot flashes because, ladies, I can wake up just drenched in the middle of the night. I wake up throughout the night just wet, and it's crazy. And you wish that maybe you'd be losing weight that way, but of course that'd be water weight, but still you wish you would lose weight. No, you're like putting on weight. It is nutty. Just so you know, I'm coming from the bathroom that I use at my aunt and uncle's house, so because there's the best lighting, and so I'll probably be in here doing these vlogs, just so you know. I might do some stuff about my hair because I do have locks. And yes, I don't have super, I have always had thin hair, very thin, and I have thin hair now. And as you age, you thin out. So I noticed I'm starting to go, oh, there's thinning hair, whatever. My hair is light, so it looks sometimes like there's not hair, but there is hair, but it's so light. And I just lightened it yesterday, so I wanted it to be a little more honey blondish color or have a lighter for the summer, which is always what I try to do. So um, I love my locks, just so you know. I'm a natural sister. Love these babies. And if they're not locks, then it's gonna be natural hair where it's just no perm, no nothing. I can't do it. My hair does not like it. When you have thin hair, very fine hair, your hair does not like all the extra. It just doesn't. She's like, Trick, are you? What you doing? Are you kidding me? Really? Don't do that. We can't do that. We can't be doing that. That's my hair talking, right? So I try to keep it as natural as possible. And I've had locks since 2005. So my goal is to get them down to the middle of my back, way past the middle of my back, actually down to my butt. We shall see. Um, and what else can I say about it? Anyway, I don't know. I've been checking into being a vegan, to be honest. I've thought about going raw vegan because with the raw vegan people I've ever known, and I see like my friend Teresa Raw T Jordan, who you guys might want to look on Facebook. She is 58 years young and the bomb, okay? Her body is sick and her skin is sick. She's gorgeous. She's raw vegan. And to see those people, or Koya Webb, anybody look those people up. Koya is stunning. I think she's 10 years younger than me. So like I got people 10 years older, 10 years younger, something like that. And Koya is beautiful. She may be a little bit younger than that. I don't know, but she's gorgeous. Raw vegan as well. Gorgeous. Marcus Patrick, who is a dancer who's raw vegan, who is stunning to look at, and he's just a few years younger than me. They're all raw vegans. Teresa's daughter, Candace, is a raw vegan. And if you look at these people, what I always notice about all the raw vegans is that they glow. And it's because of what they're putting on the inside of their bodies. They glow from the inside out. And that's a beautiful thing. The other thing about them is that they're very grounded spiritually. I love that because they're connected to nature in such a way that is unheard of. And it seems unheard. Obviously, it's true and natural, but they're so connected because they're not eating animal-based products. I haven't gotten to the strength to not eat the animal. I'm going to be honest about that. I want to get to the point where I'm like, you know what? I don't need to eat this. I don't need to eat that. Or maybe I'll do a kind of combination of vegan lifestyle and sometimes have certain meat and sometimes not. Being in Texas and being in the South, I mean, it's not an excuse to be honest, but creating this, there's so much meat. That's what they do. It's just meat. Beef. And I do love a good steak, I have to say. I don't get them often and I don't do it often, but I do love a good steak. But when you start looking at the fact that I love animals, we raise horses, and I have a puppy who I love, and hopefully in the future you'll see her in some of these vlogs because she's just so cute. Oh, I love this baby. She is my child. Um, and she'll get another brother or sister. Yes, I'm going to be the dog lady because I have no children. I'm going to be the dog lady. Okay? Um, you Since I love animals, it's like, how can you eat animal in a way, And I don't like people who kill. I just don't understand that. Like, I don't understand hunting. I will never be a hunter. I will never go out hunting. It's just not even it's not even in my realm of reality. Like, I'll never do it. So it's such a catch because I'm like, how can I criticize when at the same time I eat chicken, I eat fish, and I eat turkey, and I eat beef? How can I do that when I know that, and on the other end, I see how some of these animals are taken out. It's really, really sad, or how they're treated in their lives. I do understand certain elements that people do take care of their animals and then slaughter them in a very humane way. There are ways to do it, but there are so many inhumane ways that people do it that it's gross and it's disgusting and I can't stand it. And Marcus Patrick, I love you, but he lost the post. Look at how nasty this is. Look what they're doing, how they're killing these animals. He posts these things, and I'm like, Marcus, I can't look at this. I can't look at this. You know? And it's like his eye-opening. See, there you go, teacher. See. Like you need to know. You need to see. You need to not be, pretend like it doesn't happen. It does. So I don't know. I think my journey will be I end up a raw vegan, and probably, in some, I don't know what state I'll be living in, because everything I'm like so up in this, whatever. But I will say this as I close. I love where I am right now, and I'm glad that I'm coming back to me, and I will achieve the goal to getting to 130, 125 pounds. And I've always wanted to do a fitness competition. I wanted to do a bikini competition. Now, I feel like the age I am shouldn't make a difference, and I'm going to stop talking about my age. I already told you guys once, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to let it go. 99% of the people I've ever met in my entire life have never guessed what my actual age is. Ever. So it's always been, I thought you were 10, 15 years younger. Genetics. Because me being the stress bucket that I've always been, you would think I would look old, but I don't. So I'm very blessed with that. And that's when I say thank you to the grace of God for allowing me to continue to look younger than I actually am. Now, let's get this body tight. Let's get this body right. Let's be inside glowing so the outside glows just as much. And I really will then be honoring what God has given me, because that's the key. The vessel that I'm in, my job is to take care of it to the best of my ability and beyond, so that it is an honor to God. I will interchange God and the universe. God, the universe, he, she, you'll hear me say this, are leading everything that I'm doing in my life. And yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very blessed. And it's cool to be able to say that. I'm on a bigger journey. It will get to points where it won't be as easy, but I will make it happen. This is the start of a new. Gain the weight from 2 weeks. It's going to take some time to get off, probably like 3 weeks, maybe less, hopefully less. I will get it off. And it's by changing the eating, what I'm putting in my mouth, and exercising. Simple. I don't have to do crazy exercises. I just have to do consistently. Everything is consistent. Eat right consistently, exercise consistently. I'm going to try different exercises, different programs throughout. Be prepared for that. I have a friend, Tandy Gutierrez, who has a company called Pimp Your Mat. If you ever get the opportunity to check her out, pimpyourmat.com. Fantastic Pilates at home workout for 30 minutes that she creates, where she does videos, and you can every day do the video for 30 minutes. She also puts food on there that she cooks herself to show you meals that she's created for her family. Because Tandy, when you read the videos and read her website, you'll see and find out that she's had a lot of different food things that she's had to overcome, allergies, things that she's found out about her body that help her overcome. So I've been also paying attention to her and doing that. She's younger than me, and she's not going through perimenopause, so there's one thing. But we're gonna figure this out all together. If I think that's the key, doing it together and helping your fellow man. And I think that's where I am at this point in my life. I'll be able to teach people acting, and at the same time, hopefully be active, because I love to do it so much. Find other hobbies that I love, like photography, to get me into the arts, and working with my fellow fitness friends and passing on the positive energies of being healthy inside and out. That's what this is about. I'm going to be healthy inside and out. And I want you guys to watch my journey. And I thank you for tuning in and watching my journey. I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. And I'm very excited for what the future has to hold. So with that, I sign out. And my sign out will be many blessings to you. Thank you. And let's look to the future. Adios.